Hey, what's going on YouTube? Velocity Smith 81 back at it again here with another episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds, where we rip the packs, we put them in the game. For this one, it is Madden 22, and we are ripping 2021 packs here. So we've got 12 packs here of Chronicles, and then I do have one pack of Prism, which you guys saw that I picked up that at the card show. If you guys didn't see that video, go back and check that out. For the All Cards, the All Seas Fan Expo. Yeah, so I got an extra pack here for Prism for 2021. So if we get that, that'll be kind of like a special pack, all right? And so for the special occasion, we now have a new picker wheel here for that. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for that. And you guys can see I do have that Prism pack down there, but it's the only one apart from other 12 Chronicles packs. Let's go ahead and spin and see if we get that special pack right off the bat. That would be kind of cool if we got at the first pack. Doesn't look like we're going to, but we are going to get Chronicles pack 1. Awesome. So we're going to go and get Chronicles pack 1. Again, we'll go ahead and take these all here, and then we'll save these for next week. Hope you guys are liking the retro series. It is a lot of fun to make, of course. I always just say that, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. But you guys know how this goes. So this is going to be ripped. And then the first card that we pull will be the team that we rebuild. And we put it in against all the other teams that we've rebuilt. So currently we have the Cards and the Eagles right now in this series that have already been rebuilt. So we're going to go ahead and rip in here and see what we get for this team. Looks like we're going to be getting the Saints and Marshawn Lattimore. Awesome. So this is the first time we're doing the Saints. Let's see what we're going to get for the Saints. Rookie Justin Fields. Justin Fields rookie. So you're going to be getting a +4 for this. Always good getting the Justin Fields rookie. We're also getting Devonta Smith, who was in the last two, I believe. So he's going to come over and he's going to get all the upgrades. It's going to be awesome. So two big rookies right off the bat. We also got Jerry Jeudy. And CeeDee Lamb. So what a receiving core they're going to have on this team. Not sure who the quarterback is going to be yet. Oh, we got a Kirk Cousins. Is he going to have a better overall than Justin Fields getting that +4? We'll see here. Marquise Brown. So Hollywood Brown as well. Kadarius Toney. This is just like the large wide receiver pack so far. Jalen Waddle rookie. So this is that canvas. This is that parallel or insert, you want to call it. But Jalen Waddle rookie card. So that'll be a +5 to Jalen Waddle. It's always good getting a Waddle rookie. Pat Surtain Gridiron King. So we get the Pat Surtain rookie. PS2. Gridiron Kings. And that's also that canvas. Whoa. Also that kind of canvas feel. So very cool. We got a backwards card here of Kadarius Toney. And that's just the luminance. But it is a Kadarius Toney rookie. So he'll come over as well. And then with this being a insert, this would get a +5. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a Davis Mills rookie Gridiron Kings bronze. All right, so that means that this will come over as a +7 for Davis Mills. Again, so +3 for it being a rookie. +2 for it being an insert, and then +2 for it being also the parallel. So this will be a +7 for Davis Mills. We're also finding Kyler Murray here as one of the pinnacles. And Eddie George. All right, so we're going to getting a legendary out of this pack. Legendary Eddie George. So he'll be created and put in the game. And then a Elijah Moore rookie. And this is also an insert. The Clear Visions acetate. So this one will get the +5. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go over that one more time, guys. So a lot of rookies in this pack. That's why I always did enjoy Chronicles with the just sheer amount of rookies that you got. And I'm really looking forward to the Chronicles 2022 when it finally comes out. But we did get the Elijah Moore rookie, the legendary Eddie George, Kyler Murray, the Davis Mills, again, it is a rookie insert parallel. So +7 on the Davis Mills. Kadarius Toney, rookie. PS2 rookie. Jalen Waddle, rookie. So, alright, so actually this is going to be interesting. So I just noticed that, yeah, so there was a Kadarius Toney. We did get 2 Kadarius Toneys in this pack. So just like one of my other the other series that I have, so we have Kadarius Toney here, which is a insert rookie card. So this would be a +5, and this would be a +4. So together, this would be a +9 to Kadarius Toney. +9 to Kadarius Toney coming over. All right, and we got the Hollywood Brown, Kirk Cousins, CD Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, rookie Devonta Smith, rookie Justin Fields, and then Marshawn Lattimore, who we're going to be rebuilding the Saints. Awesome. So there's the pack, guys. Let me know how far you think the team will go. Is this going to go to the Super Bowl? Are they going to win the Super Bowl? Are they even going to make it to the playoffs? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And as always, until next time, but let's go ahead and put them in the game and see how they look.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds. This is episode 3, the New Orleans Saints. And you guys saw the pack, so let's go ahead and check out the roster and what we're going to be dealing with this episode. So with that pack, we did get Kyler Murray here. He's now up to a 94 since he's been in the last 3 episodes, so he just keeps getting better and better. We did get Justin Fields with that +5, but he only came up to an 83. He'll be backing up with Davis Mills getting that +7. Then we did get legendary Eddie George, so he's going to be starting for us in the backfield with Kamara backing him up, probably doing the third down stuff while he gets all the heavy loading. Now, as far as wide receivers go, of course, Devonta Smith is now at 99. He just keeps getting +4, +5, +5 in all the different episodes. So, again, he's been in all 3 as well. He's now up to a 99 overall. Of course, Kadarius Toney got that +9, so now he's up to an 89. Elijah Moore is 86. Waddle is an 89 as well. So those are our wide receivers. Of course, we also have Hollywood Brown here, and we also have CD Lamb. So quite the receiving core here for Kyler Murray. Now, of course, the only defensive player we did get was Pat Surtain, but now he's up to up to a 90. He did get that +5 for that card. So being a 90 overall, he is going to start over Marshawn Lattimore, but you've got 2 elite corners for this defense. So hopefully that'll definitely help out. Of course, you've got Cam Jordan coming off the edge along with Marcus Davenport. So not a bad defense going on here. So that's the team. So let's look at it here. So we do have the first game is going to be against the Packers, and then we will sim out to the midseason point to where we'll then go ahead and go week by week, because we do play the Eagles, which was the team from last week. So we'll definitely jump into that one and check that out. But let's go ahead and get in here and see how this all pans out. So New Orleans starts out as an 87 overall. So let's see what they can do here against the 2001 Packers. Well, the Madden 2022 Packers, at least, the 2021 season. But again, guys, this is always fun to make. If you guys like this kind of content, please smash that like button.
Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. as we'll see Kyler Murray and the New Orleans Saints versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
All right, so as always, we'll go ahead and slow it down, watch the first two series, and then sim it out from there, guys. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And we get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers, and of course coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 7 yards, the pickup there. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on 3rd down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara from 13 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Third season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Murray. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their...
All right, so the Packers go all the way down the field and score with the trick play, the fake field goal for a touchdown. And, of course, the Saints get the ball, and then they go 3 and out. So let's go ahead and see how the rest of this game pans out here. All right, so 7-0 here. Green Bay, and then New Orleans gets a quick score, so now 7-7. Too bad we can't actually see the stuff going on down the bottom of the field there. Now 14-7 Green Bay. Here now in the second quarter. 21-7 now Green Bay over the Saints. They do strike back and get another touchdown. So now 21-17 now Green Bay. Now in the second half, the Saints do take the lead 24-21, but Green Bay does strike back now 28-24. New Orleans strikes again 31, now 35-31 now in the fourth quarter. 38-35 now New Orleans. 42-38 now. Oh, now you can see the bottom of the screen there. It's finally loaded. Here, 2 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and slow it down and see what the Saints do here.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Come on, man.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
On now is the Packers punter. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard, and time, a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here first and 10. Murray to throw. It's caught, Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. To throw is Murray. Open man is the tight end Troutman. Murray, he's used to moving fast at Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Back to throw, Murray. And he comes back with one complete.
All right, and that's going to do it. Looks like they can't get the first down. And that's going to do the game.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
All right, so the Saints do fall to the Packers here, 42-38. Kyler Murray did throw for 487 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Aaron Rodgers had 397 yards and 3 touchdowns. Eddie George did carry for 9 times for 32 yards. Devonta Smith had 8 receptions for 129 yards, while Kadarius Toney had 5 receptions for 69 yards. So the Saints lose their first game of the season. We'll go ahead and sim out to the midseason point and see where they stand, and then go game by game till we go and see what the Eagles are looking like. So let's go ahead and sim to midseason now. Again, guys, I'll always remind you guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know, hit the like button if you like this kind of content. The algorithm only knows the like button. Again, comment how you guys like the series. And, you know, if you're new, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any of these episodes. Again, we put them out every week for you guys. So, looks like at the halfway point, the Saints are 4-2. The Buccaneers are 5-2, and the Panthers are 4-3. Let's go ahead and sim here to the next week. We're just going to go up and sim up to week 11. They do lose to the Buccaneers 41-38. Now third in the division. Next week they do beat the Falcons 49-24. Now 5-3. We'll have to see if this team even makes it to the playoffs at this point. They do beat the Titans 31-28, and here's the game against the Philadelphia Eagles here. So now they are 6-3, tied with the Buccaneers. So they definitely need this game. So let's go ahead and jump in just a little bit and see how this team is faring now. They're now an 88 overall. And again, you know, the Eagles were our rebuild team from last week. Now without Kyler Murray, though. So we'll have to see how this game all turns out here. And again, guys, let me know what you think about this type of format, how I, put the two teams against each other.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Kyler Murray and the New Orleans Saints.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
All right, so as always here, we're going to go ahead and slow this down again and watch the first couple series. And then we'll jump in and see how it all pans out.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
I can't believe they even let you cut. Look, 56.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. 3rd season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore. Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On third down, it's George. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Murray. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
All right, so the Eagles go right down the field and score a touchdown while the Saints go down the field and get a field goal. So we'll go ahead and sim the rest of this out and see how it all turns out here. So, all right, so Philadelphia up 7-3 currently here. It's now 2nd quarter, now up 14-3 on the Saints here. Philadelphia scores again, now 17-3, 24-3 Philadelphia. New Orleans trying to claw back now, 27-6. New Orleans does get another field goal. 27-9 now. Can they come back here? 30-9 now in the 4th quarter. 30-16 now. 37-16. Yeah, this game is over. It looks like the New Orleans Saints just can't stop the Philadelphia Eagles.
A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Philadelphia, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All right, so the Eagles do down the Saints 44-23. Zach Wilson, 256 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Kyler Murray had 337 yards and 1 touchdown. Eddie George did have 10 carries for 56 yards. Devonta Smith, 9 receptions for 135 yards. Kadarius Toney ends the game with 4 receptions and 52 yards. So that loss is definitely going to hurt the playoff hopes for the Saints. So we'll have to see if they can bounce back here going to go ahead and sim out to the end of the season here and see if they can make it to the playoffs here. But that loss is definitely going to hurt them for sure. Let's see if they can even at least get a wild card in. All right, so at the week 18, looks like they did get a wild card. They end the year 11-6. The Panthers actually are your division winners there at 12-5, and they are who we're going to be playing in the wild card. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket here. Again, so this is the third straight NFC team that we are rebuilding, and look at that, Russell Wilson and the Cardinals from week 1 of our retro rebuilds are the first seed. The Eagles get the third seed, while us, the Saints, are the 5 seed, going up against the Panthers here. So that's what the bracket looks like there. So all 3 of the rebuild teams are here. So maybe we'll get to play another one of those rebuild teams. We have to get past the Cardinals. The Panthers first, of course. Let's go ahead and look at the league leaders here. So Brady, Mahomes, and Kyler Murray are your passing leaders there. Rushing leaders are going to be Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, and Nick Chubb. Receiving leaders are Devonta Smith, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams. Sack leaders are going to be Aaron Donald, Micah Parsons, and Shaq Barrett. Interception leaders Jerome Baker, Stephon Gilmore, and Ronald Darby. Then your tackle leaders are going to be Roquan Smith, Jerome Baker, and Bobby Wagner. So let's look at the stats and awards here as far as yearly awards go. All right, so your MVP is going to be Russell Wilson, again, from week 1 of our random rebuild, or our retro rebuild. Let's see, Zach Wilson gets number 3, and Kyler Murray, actually Eddie George comes in over Kyler Murray. Eddie George number 9 and Kyler Murray number 10. Coach of the Year is going to go to Nick Sirianni of the Eagles. Your Offensive Player of the Year is going to go to Russell Wilson of the Cardinals. Kyler Murray does come in 6, and Eddie George comes in number 7. Defensive Player of the Year is going to go to Micah Parsons of the Eagles. Looks like no Saints. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Zach Wilson of the Eagles. Devonta Smith comes in at number 4. Jalen Waddle comes in 8. Tony comes in 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Micah Parsons of the Eagles. Pat Surtain, PS2, comes in at number 6. Best quarterback is going to go to Russell Wilson of the Cardinals. Kyler Murray comes in at number 5. Best running back is going to go to Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. Eddie George does come in number 3. Best wide receiver is going to go to Devontae Adams of the Packers, while Devonta Smith comes in at number 2. Best offensive lineman is going to go to Zach Martin of the Cowboys. Taron Armstead comes in at number 8. Best defensive lineman goes to Aaron Donald of the Rams. Best linebacker is going to go to Micah Parsons of the Eagles. Best defensive back goes to Stephon Gilmore of the Panthers. Best kicker went to Will Lutz of our Saints. Nice. Good job. All right. So as far as offensive yard go, we were first in the NFL in offensive yards. Defense was 29th in defensive yards given up. We were 3rd in the NFL points scored. Offense and the defense was 27th. So a top 5 offense while a bottom tier defense. Let's go and look at the stats here. So Kyler Murray ends with 5,015 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. He did have a 69% completion rating, and then his quarterback rating was 104.6. Rushing, Eddie George had 1,499 yards and 25 touchdowns. So quite the year for Eddie George. Kamara does clock in with 548 yards of his own with 11 touchdowns. Murray himself also clocked in with 243 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Devonta Smith, 1,746 yards and 7 touchdowns. Tony had 939 and 5. Troutman actually came in with 836 and 9. Waddle, 790 and 8. Kamara, 527 and 3. And George, 152 and 1. Defensively, Demario Davis is going to be your tackle leader with 130. CJ GJ comes in with 121 for his own. As far as tackles for losses go, Cameron Jordan is going to be your team leader with 14. David Onyemata comes in with 12, and then Marcus Davenport comes in with 10. Sacks, Cameron Jordan gets 10.5. And then interceptions, JT Gray comes in with 3. Surtain and Roby comes in with 2 apiece. As far as fumbles go, CJ Gardner-Johnson does force 3. None of them were recovered, however. And then as far as touchdowns go, looks like PS2, Pat Surtain did come up with a defensive touchdown. I'm guessing on a interception return. So not a bad one there for PS2. All right, so they are in the playoffs. We're just going to go and sim it out, though, but we'll watch the little intro. But we'll see how that turns out for them. All right, so playoffs. Can they get past the Panthers? They are an 89 overall team. But can they get past CMC and the Panthers? Let's tune in and check it out.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers versus Kyler Murray and the New Orleans Saints.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
All right, so we'll sim this out and see how it all unfolds. All right, so 0-0, of course, to start here. Looks like Carolina's going to strike first 3-0. New Orleans does get a touchdown, up 7-3 now. Carolina gets another field goal. Looks like they get a change of possession, now up 13-7. New Orleans does strike quickly and gets both a field goal and a touchdown. Another touchdown. They're up now 24-13. Now second half. Carolina does score. Now New Orleans up 24-21. Now up 27-21. But Carolina does come back and now leading 28-27. New Orleans does score 35-28. Now with 4 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go now, and New Orleans is up 38-28. But that's going to do the game.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
All right, so the Saints do move on. They do take down the Panthers 38-35. Cam Newton ends the game 353 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Kyler Murray had 292 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eddie George had 15 carries for 87 yards. Devonta Smith, just a beast, 9 receptions, 132 yards, while Kadarius Toney gets 6 receptions for 54. All right, so Saints move on. We'll have to see who they're facing here in the next round. Possibly either the Cardinals or the Eagles. So we'll have to see who they get here. All right, they are facing the Eagles, who beat us earlier in the year. So again, because this is a former team that was rebuilt, we'll go ahead and jump into the game, watch the first couple series, and then we will go ahead and sim it out from there. Again, guys, if you like this kind of format, please let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button so I can continue making this kind of content for you guys.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Kyler Murray and the New Orleans Saints.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, so we'll slow it down here. And again, we'll watch the first couple series.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Tight end to the left, tight end left. 4 down.
Now Wilson. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Third season now out of Oklahoma, the former #1 overall pick, of course, Kyler Murray.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. This is caught. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
All right, so the Eagles get strip sacked by the Saints, and then they go down the field and get a touchdown there with Eddie George. Let's go ahead and slow it down and see how it all shakes out here. So Philadelphia does get the ball back, and they go down the field there and get a touchdown of their own. So now 7-7. A little back and forth. New Orleans does get a field goal. So does the Philadelphia Eagles. Now coming down to the, Philadelphia does score. Now it scores again, now up 24-10. New Orleans now in the second half, they get a touchdown, now down 24-17. Philly does get another touchdown there, or a field goal. Now here in the fourth quarter, now up 34-17. New Orleans is trying to fight back, but they are not going to be able to.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All right, and the Philadelphia Eagles do knock out the Saints here in the playoffs, 41-24. Zach Wilson ends with 393 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Kyler Murray had 227 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eddie George ends the game with 7 carries for 28 yards, while Devonta Smith had 8 receptions for 102 yards. Kadarius Toney had 3 receptions for 54 yards. So that's going to do it for the Saints season. We'll go ahead and sim out and see who wins the Super Bowl. And see how that shakes out there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and sim out here to the Super Bowl and see who makes it. Alright, so Super Bowl is going to be the Eagles, who beat us, and then the Ravens. Alright, it looks like the Eagles are going to be the Super Bowl champions in this rebuild. Zach Wilson is your Super Bowl MVP. So the Eagles from last week without Kyler Murray end up winning the Super Bowl under Zach Wilson's reign. Again, your yearly awards for everyone now. So NFL MVP does go to Russell Wilson. Coach of the Year goes to Nick Sirianni. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Russell Wilson, while Defensive Player of the Year goes to Michael Parsons. Again, your Offensive Rookie of the Year is Zach Wilson, and Defensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Parsons. So nothing much changed there. So that is going to do it, guys, for this episode of Random Pack Retro Rebuilds New Orleans Saints. If you guys made it this far, please, smash that like button down in the comments. Let me know how you like the series. And then, of course, if you're new, consider subscribing. And then, grab that notification bell. Again, we're going to be putting out this series episode at least once a week. So definitely hang out for that. So, guys, until next week, thank you again for each and every single one of you guys. I do appreciate you all. So keep those packs ripping, and until next week, have a good one, guys.